welcome to another video from Digital Spy. This time we're chatting all things Bridgerton, specifically what's next following that scandalous first season. It only made its debut on Christmas Day, but it's already become Netflix's biggest original series ever, with a whopping 82 million households reportedly tuning in during its first month. So you'll be unsurprised and very happy to hear that it's been renewed for a second season, which means we're heading back to Regency London to tango with the ton once again. Here's everything you need to know about Bridgerton Season 2. First up, when can we expect it? We know that production is set to begin this spring, which means it could once again land on Netflix on Christmas Day, if everything goes to plan. But if 2020 taught us anything at all, it's that things don't always run smoothly, so we wouldn't rule out an early 2022 release. Now for the all-important cast and what they're going to be getting up to. Lady Whistledown, aka Penelope Featherington, has already told us that Anthony Bridgerton, played by Jonathan Bailey, is going to be the focus of Season 2. He spent the first part of this story marshalling his sister Daphne's love life, telling her who she could and could not speak to, and trying to drive away the Duke of Hastings. Meanwhile, his own love life was also in chaos. He was involved with opera singer Sienna, but wanted to keep their relationship secret to avoid bringing shame upon himself and his family. Such were the restrictions of the time. But eventually, she decided that she was worth more than just being his dirty little secret, and Sienna moved on, leaving poor old Anthony heartbroken. As a Bridgerton, he's expected to marry a certain class of woman, but will he stick to the rules, faithfully attending all of the society balls in search of the perfect bride, or will he turn his back on the status quo in the name of love? If you're desperate to know how it's all going to play out, the information can be found in The Viscount Who Loved Me, the second book in Julia Quinn's best-selling novel series on which the show's based. There'll be quite a few of you watching this who already know all of the juicy details, but for those of you who don't, we're not going to spoil any of that here, so you can enjoy every moment of Season 2 when it arrives. As for the rest of the characters, there's Daphne and Simon, played by Phoebe Dynevor and Regé-Jean. The pair married and had a baby in Season 1, despite the Duke's insistence that he would do neither. Their relationship has had more ups and downs than the current Premier League season, but they were finally on solid footing at the end of Season 1. Can they keep that going? Or will their new parent status prove more challenging than either of them expected? This is Bridgerton we're talking about, so expect some fireworks. Then there's Penelope, played by Nicola Coughlan, who we now know is Lady Whistledown. Her gossip column was the talk of the ton, relished and feared in equal measure by all. But now that we know her true identity, does that mean Julie Andrews won't be back as narrator in Season 2? You'll have to wait to find out. In the Season 1 finale, Eloise, played by Claudia Jessie, had a chance to expose Whistledown, but she chose not to. Now that Penelope knows Eloise is to be trusted, we could certainly see the pair joining forces and raising hell together. But will she make the leap and tell her best friend her biggest secret? The pair will also be dragged to a load of posh parties by their mums in increasingly more lavish dresses in search of husbands, so expect them to have their hands well and truly full in Season 2. There's also Ruth Gemmell as Bridgerton matriarch Lady Violet and her sons Colin and Benedict, played by Luke Newton and Luke Thompson. Penelope was devastated to wave Colin off on his travels, but will she pluck up the courage to tell him how she feels when he returns? Meanwhile, Ben has found his people in the artistic, bohemian, more freewheeling world introduced to him by Henry Granville. Where will that adventure take him? Other faces we'd expect to see again are Adjoa Andoh as Lady Danbury, Queen Charlotte played by Golda Rochevelle, Catherine Drysdale as dressmaker Genevieve Delacroix, and the rest of the Featheringtons, including Polly Walker's Lady Portia, who must now adapt to life without her husband following the death of Ben Miller's character. Not only did he leave the family in tons of debt, a mystery man is also poised to inherit the Featherington estate, and judging by Lady Portia's face, it's not good news. There are also loads of minor characters such as the Duke's boxer friend Will and Lady Portia's housekeeper and right-hand woman Mrs. Varley, who we'll likely see again. But it feels like we've seen the end of Sabrina Bartlett's Sienna and Ruby Barker's Marina Thompson, who left the Featherington household to raise her child with the brother of her dead lover George. Plus, you can expect some new faces too, to spice up the action. Beyond season 2, this is a show that could run for years. There are 8 books in total, one for each of the Bridgerton siblings, which means there could be another 6 seasons on the cards. If enough people keep watching, Netflix will happily give showrunner Chris Van Dusen and Shondaland a thumbs up to keep on going, so we could be spending quite a lot of time with this lot. And there you have it, all of the juicy goss on season 2. We'd love to hear what you thought of season 1 and how you think the next chapter is going to play out. No spoilers, please. What was your favourite moment? Who's your favourite character and why is it Eloise? Pop all of that in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for plenty more from Digital Spy.